Hello, my name is GregTech, and welcome back for GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I am just switching out our phosphoric acid. Now, I haven't upgraded this or anything like that. I'm literally just changing it from sending the acid directly from the chemical reactor into the two places that we needed it, and I'm putting it into directly into a tank, and then the tank into the places it needs to go. And the reason for that is because originally I didn't have a great source for phosphoric acid, so I was just kind of crafting it up as needed. I didn't want to fill up like a whole tank full. But now that we have crazy amounts of phosphoric from bees, we have 318,000 phosphorus, I can go ahead and start filling up a tank with it. So gone ahead and crafted one of those up. Do it in here. I like doing the ender fluid conduits on top. I don't know, it just makes it look a bit cleaner. You don't have cables and stuff going up top. Lock that to phosphoric acid. And this up. I was actually... I'd probably do the cabling a bit better. I just kind of connected the stuff, but we're going to get to a point where that's not really going to work. I should probably go up the rows. So like up this way would be my... probably would be better. And then that... this one? Oh, fluorine. I haven't connected that to AE yet. Apparently it hasn't come up. But we'll have like down the center. I suppose the way I was doing it. Alright, I think that's probably... I mean, I don't think it really matters. It just makes channel a little bit easier to deal with. So this way I can just do big cable down the middle kind of thing. And I'll probably move this over maybe here or something like that. But doesn't really matter. Okay, so we got our phosphoric acid. And I got that hooked up to AE, right? Alright, that's going directly in and then directly out into that. But once that fills up, I don't really know if we actually need the output hatch or we can just live with just the yacht hatch. I've always just kind of added the other one just in case, so we have two different types. So yeah, there it is. And the reason for that is because I need it for luminescence. And I've gone ahead and moved that into my multi-fluid solidifier now. Like, this is my fluid solidifier, so that should work okay. Yes. All right, and then there's lumium. All right, I do remember taking that out of my macerator because I ran out of recipes over there. I do need a... I really need to get a dedicated macerator. Let me do that right now. I've been putting that off But I ran out of room, and there's no easy way to do this. I mean, I guess I could... No, there's no easy way. I shouldn't even have this on my ore processing part anyway. Let me craft up a macerator and just chuck it over here somewhere. Okay, so as I'm crafting up the maceration stack to finally get a dedicated one for my processing, I did actually kind of think, why don't we, and I don't even know, it might be worth it. I was thinking about upgrading our turbines yet again. So we are using huge turbines. Oh, no. Using this huge turbine. And we are getting 225 efficiency. And I was actually thinking, why don't we actually just do the infinity turbine now that we have it? I have a whole bunch of infinity anyway, because I had to craft up 64 blocks for that recipe. So I'm actually going to do this, and it may be a little bit crazy, but I think we'll do that. Now, I can't do the top tier infinity turbine because that produces 15 million EU per tick, and I just can't get that much. I can't get that much out of the turbine because we are at UHV buffered. So I can only do 4 amps, so I can only get up to about 8.4 million. So a huge infinity catalyst, or a huge infinity turbine, puts out 15 million. So I can only get half of that out at this point. And the cool thing about that one would be the 295% efficiency, which is pretty crazy. So the more efficiency, the more power you get from each thing of steam. But I was thinking, we just do this. I can actually, I don't actually have to craft up more turbines at the moment. I was in the middle of crafting it up. I was like, actually, maybe I will do this. Because everything's set up to output 8 million. So what we're going to do, turn that off. And as we know, Infinity Catalyst is super easy to get. We have hundreds of thousands of it. So wasting 50 of it is not... Yeah, we have 73,000. We're getting more every second. So I think I will... Alright, I can definitely turn this one off. Because this turbine alone is going to basically output as much as we are producing right now, but just from one single steam turbine. And the turbines are lasting... They last a very long time. I don't know, it's been weeks since I crafted up, and we're only at 0.25%. So let's do 2560. That might actually be... I might actually upgrade my regulator, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, no. We're almost at the the most it can output. It can output 655. Next one up can go 2.6 million. But yeah, we're almost... we're getting there. Okay, so if I turn that back on... Man, I love how it just goes up so quick. Let me... Oh, it did. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, the optimal flow, it like didn't... There it goes. It reset it. So what's the... Yeah, I think it was like, what, 28%? I didn't see it before I did, but... Alright, so there we go. We were outputting that from just one turbine. I guess we were outputting almost 9 million. So I could always craft up a second one and be outputting quite a bit. I don't know. I'll fool around with this a bit and see. I think these can handle... These flow pipes can handle it. Is that... I think that's... Yeah, that's the most. I think I like that. So we are back. I've been doing some cleaning up here, and I realized as I was doing this, I've been breaking these down, which, by the way, are a real pain because they take forever to break down. That's kind of why I've been ignoring it, and plus they are full of the IC2 coolant. But I'm finally getting this broken down. We have set up the maturation stack, but with the output bus, nothing ever goes in these, so I'm actually just gonna put those away. I believe you need them, but this thing is just fast enough. It outputs directly into the meat system. So we got the one there, and then I threw a second one next to it. We can start filling it up with maturation recipes. And that's just at ZPM, nothing super fast or anything. But it's pretty quick, especially with just the on-demand crafting. If it was, you know, our ore processing, it would be a little bit different, but that's not bad at all. I have also kind of improved this a little bit. I'm pretty sure the old pipes weren't outputting fast enough to handle 2 infinity turbines, which I do have now. So both just infinity. I don't think it was the other ones. The smaller ones just weren't. They were just under the max amount. So I've replaced that with bigger ones. Yeah, I know. We could just send it into a... with AE would be easier, faster, or whatever. But I don't know. I kind of like the GregTech pipes. And yeah, I've figured out that at the moment, 2 infinity turbines is using 137 per second. So I have that. That's just over the amount that we need to keep it that we're using. And I actually figured that out by throwing a regulator down and putting the regulator amount, how much we need, and kind of just kept adjusting it until this started going up or going down. So if I lowered it 1 millibucket per second, this would start emptying out, and so would this. So that's just slightly over what we are using at the moment. And then obviously I can increase that. Now this thing, this extreme heat exchanger, it can actually do like 1500, I think, is the max. Yeah, 1500 liters per second. I'm only doing 137, and I have 12 million something EU per tick we are producing just with 2 turbines. If I wanted to, I could increase this up to 1500, and I mean, that's what, 20 more turbines? 10 times the amount? So, I mean, this thing can do pretty crazy amounts with these high plasmas. Again, though, I've said it like tons of times, tin plasma is probably the best. Because it's so much quicker. You don't actually get as much fuel. I don't think the fuel value is as high as the other one. It's just produced so much quicker, I believe. Yeah, so this is a Mark II, and it is 0.8 seconds per 144. Like 1 ingot of tin basically is less than 1 second at a Mark II, whereas if we look at what I'm actually doing is 3 seconds Mark III for 1. So yeah, it is much, much slower, which is why I've been spamming fusion reactors. Mostly because it's kind of fun, but also because I wanted to keep increasing the power. We are making a net gain, though, with 2 of those. A third one probably be right around what we are producing, but this is actually still going up as well. And I have 2 more fusion reactors ready to build on top. But yeah, so I've also, as I was kind of doing other stuff, I started crafting up 7,000 awakened draconium. So I wanted, as the world was just kind of running, I wanted something going on. I didn't want, as I'm like breaking down the reactors and stuff, I wanted, you know, the base working. So we are producing 7,000 awakened draconium at the moment. And that is for 864 of those that require around that. I do need to get asbestos. Unfortunately, we are not getting asbestos. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to get that. But yeah, the reason we're doing that is for the Mega Blast Furnace. I'm finally going to break down and just go ahead and get it. And after we get that, stuff like this is going to go much, much quicker. I think it's doing 8 every 37 seconds, and that's both of them. Yeah. So every 37 seconds, we're getting 8 ingots. So pretty slow. You can see the bottleneck of, I think that's, yeah, the platinum salt. Since we're producing it, but we're not smelting it. So that is kind of what I am doing at the moment. Also, we could take a look at our extruder. We're up to 57,000 seconds out of 838. I don't remember if I mentioned why I'm doing this, by the way. It's for the... I can't remember what it's called. What's it called? The Nan, not a noob anymore kind of thing. Certificate of not being a noob anymore. So that is why I'm doing that. It's 2 blocks, or 2 stacks of blocks of neutronium. It just takes a very, very long time. So that's one of the quests we need to do. Oh, I also need to do the kill quest. I did look that up, and it's locked behind here. It's a quest right here, but it's locked behind the last of the Twilight Forest, so I gotta go do that. So the world has been running for quite a few hours since I last recorded, and we finished up all that awakened draconium, and I was trying to figure out how I want to go about getting the asbestos that we need for all the coils. And I should have done this before I went AFK, but I realized as I was kind of like going through recipes, this whatever tile actually processes down into tile dust. If you send this through a centrifuge, it actually gives you asbestos dust. It's just a 1-to-1. So I was just looking at, I didn't realize there was like an ingot form of it. So I do remember putting that on our filter to destroy it. It was right there. And unfortunately, we should have been collecting it for quite some time because you don't get a whole bunch of it. It is like a between. So unfortunately, you don't get like a ton. You get a ton of the first 2. The last 2, you don't get a ton. But we are on Vega B and we are on Barnard Ave. As we can see. Well, that might have been one right there. I think it said cryo, whatever. I did throw it on a... Yep. Oh, we actually got 3. I had 1 in there. I wanted to see if we were getting it. I was pretty sure we were, because I had it set, but it just felt like it was taking forever. So we are getting it. And that's actually, you know, 192. That's almost 400 asbestos. Actually, probably will be, because the little bit, the bonus or whatever. So I want to put it in there. And I think we'll just do... Oh, I got another one. Alright, so we're getting a little bunch. Do I have that? I already have that set. Yeah, so that. Actually, I think it's all set up. Yeah, and we're getting, look, there's 64 asbestos. Alright, so that wasn't as bad as I was thinking. Yeah, it's already, it's going through the centrifuge. Alright, so I'll just let that run and build up a bunch of our asbestos that we will need. I think we need like 1,500 for that 800 and something foils. Could start crafting them up. I don't know how many I can do. 300, so let's get that going. We might as well get the Mega Blast Furnace. I've been putting it off for so long, but honestly, it's time. And I think it's time to get the Mega Blast Furnace as well. I also crafted up a second centrifuge over here. Now that power is becoming pretty much not an issue in the slightest. I'm just gonna keep adding centrifuges. Now I did actually add a whole separate one, so it wasn't like overlapping in that kind of funny pattern. So I did, you know, I didn't have to, I could have saved a few casings, but I was like, you know what, we'll just add, we'll make it look nice. So now I have two crafting up the T-SETI, the combs or whatever. I'll probably add more as well. The only problem with the way I power stuff underneath, it makes it a bit hard for me to stack these. If I wanted to put like another centrifuge up here, it's hard to get power to it. I mean, I could come up the back or whatever, but I don't know. I've always liked having the cabling hidden underneath. All that kind of... all is kind of hidden underneath, I like. But yeah, I'll probably add a couple more to boost our T-SETI seaweed production. I don't know. We'll see. I also have to keep increasing this. So we're up to 64. Maybe 96. I just kind of go a bit slow because we don't have resources for absolutely everything. To do like 10 million at once kind of thing. So it would just be feeding this constantly with the rods, even though we didn't have any, we ran out of like seaweed kind of thing. So I figured I'll just do this in small batches till we get up, which is kind of what I did with this. Now we're up to 4 million growth catalyst. Alright, so that is what we're doing. Let me continue with the... let me just let the world run again as we get some asbestos. And I guess I do kind of need to figure out where these blast furnaces are going. Like over here. That would actually... see, I kind of have that... kind of built this to have room to expand, so I don't know if I want to put a mega blast furnace right here. Maybe start over there. I don't know. I do have room over here. What was it? 15 by 15? Oh, I have it up here. Let me get this stuff off. Also, I'm finally going to get around to doing that, I think. Mega Blast Furnace is... ugh, so ugly. Just a big box. Yeah, 15 by 15. 11 by 11. I might actually have room right here. Okay, I think I'm going to repurpose this little area for the blast furnace and the mega blast smelter. So I think we're going to put them right here. So mega blast furnace and the mega smeltery, and then I will just break this down. We'll use it again. I'll probably just chuck it all the pieces into a chest, including all the drives for all these ions and stuff, because these are all just stored in A. But I'm thinking I'll break all this down and we'll build this right here. And what I can actually do is, instead of using the dynamo, we'll come in with a laser, and then we can actually hook up the multi-blocks with lasers. I don't know if the Mega Blast can use a laser. It does say on here, UV glass requires the GregTech laser hatches. It even shows there's a laser hatch right there. So we'll definitely know this one connects to lasers. Not sure about the Mega Blast. It doesn't mention it. What did that say? Flatline fluids? Oh, of course. Because we use blast furnaces for the platinum line. I don't know what I was thinking right there. So I may even move this over. I kind of wanted to space it out a bit. Maybe if we put it right there, I can have the 3x3 transformer on it, and then we have 2 output lasers on either end. You know, like a laser hatch here, and then the center of the thing right there. I think that's what we'll do. Alright, but before I do that, I need to also, kind of working on multiple things here, as we can tell. I want to start scanning these UHV parts. And that's going to take almost no time. As we can see, it's, what, a few seconds to get up to 48,000. So yeah, I think that'll fit perfectly right there. Okay, I am back. I've gone ahead and got the controller crafted up because it is super easy. Just 64 blast furnaces, and these things only require LEV circuits, so super easy. But this thing is quite large, as we can see. So that's how big it looks. So ugly. Anyway, I am crafting up the, what did that say? Depends on non-existent subchannel glass. That depends on the, oh, probably because I had more in my inventory. I gotta figure out which one I'm gonna do. I don't know which one is that like, oh, that doesn't look like Awakened. That looks like a Quadria. I might need more for the Awakened. But anyway, we are crafting up the coils. Oh, we're almost done with those. At least half of them. They are 30 seconds each, so still pretty... It's going to take me some time. And that's 30 seconds in this thing. This super fancy one that is running at UHV. I can't remember if you can put the multi-amp ones. I know it kind of stops you from... What the heck is that? I think that was when I was crafting up apiary stuff. With the lime green glass and stuff was... I think that was Ord Extreme Mishaps. I didn't know it was in there though. Yeah, so they take 30 seconds each, so it's going to take me a little while to do that. But I'm going to, in the meantime, start working on the stuff for... Oh, actually... Let's remove that. We don't need that. We're only going to craft up one. So I just wanted that so I didn't have to deal with the Tornelli. I do want the UEV motors. I want to at least start getting going with them, and they are not cheap. So I'm going to have to make recipes for all the... Let me throw that over there. Yeah, let me make recipes for the Infinity. I think we're good. Forge Hammer. Are you at... I can't remember if I've upgraded the Forge Hammer to UV. Everything else, though, we should be good on that. I may need to just throw a UV energy hatch, which at this point are super easy. I'm pretty sure this is not running at UV. I'm like, actually I know it is because I just, yeah. I'm like, I just hooked that up to it. Alright, so now we're starting to get into like, how do I turn this into UV? This is the problem with rows of machines. I will probably come down here. And just throw a transformer or something. Or I could even upgrade that while I'm here. Should just upgrade them all. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'll just do that. Okay, I think we got everything for it. Upgraded. I had 5 actual multi-blocks to upgrade. Also, I love being able to... Wish I'd known about that earlier. Being able to do that makes it so much easier when I have recipes I need to make recipes for. Alright, so I think I turned everything back on. I could be wrong though. Yeah, but I upgraded 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I had to upgrade that as well. So everything in this block is finally upgraded to UV, and I'm not painting those that color. That's why they're different colors. I'm just going to leave them yellow. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but I am throwing the cosmic neutronium directly into the implosion compressor to just turn all the dust that we get into ingots. I don't know if I mentioned that. Alright, there we go. That didn't feel too bad. Obviously, it's just 1. We're just doing it at the moment. And there we go. Alright, cool. So this is our first UEV motor. We are chugging along here. Look at this. How many have we done? Done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 9th tier we've done. We didn't really do. I don't think we've done ULV. So we're up to 9. And then, as we can see, it just gets even crazier and crazier. I don't know what... Alright. Do you have V before UXD? I don't remember. There is no max one, though. So maybe that's the highest tier? Yeah, that's the highest tier, obviously, because you can see that right there. So we got 3 more. 3 more tiers on top of this. Alright, there we go. We got it. Alright, cool. I don't even think there's no quest or anything for these anyway. But, alright, so there is that. I'm going to keep crafting up the awakened coils. We need 800 and something. So I'll just keep going. I don't know how much. Oh, we're up to 1700 asbestos now. So we're getting it pretty quick on that. I was a little worried it would take forever, but I've had the world running for a decent amount of time, and we're getting, you know, quite a bit of ores. All right, so I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna get the one for the conveyor. I haven't done recipes for it yet, but want the conveyor. I don't think I have infinity plates. Oh, I do. Actually, I think I have all that stuff, so I can just throw it in. That I have it. I have the recipe. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we are using mutated living solder. I did craft up a whole nother batch from scratch. Also, I'm sure there is something... Oh, maybe not. Oh, these. They're gonna get... It's gonna get gated behind the awakened, the coils. Because that requires my thing. Alright, I'm just gonna let it run. And we're gonna craft that up. We'll get the blast furnace set up for next episode. And then maybe even the Mega Blast Smeltery as well. Once I get the Mega one, it's going to make it much easier getting all these coils and glass. So that is going to be it for today. Let's check our thing. We're up to 81,000 seconds now. So it is moving along. Anyway, that's going to be for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.